Hey, it's Face. Well, I'm in California Thursday morning, and you're gonna see the reason I came up here. Remember, I was talking about it on my last video. I kept saying that I needed to go to California for my next upgrade, and there was two companies, and one company I was trying to get a hold of since August 24th, and you can read the description down below what happened. And guess what, I never made contact with them. And my other choice was this one. Even though it wasn't custom made, pretty much had a lot of stuff that I was looking for. So we're gonna see. And I just arrived here. So we're gonna see where we're at right now. And as you guys can see, made it all the way to California. I left this morning. From Arizona about 3:30, and I'm trying to see the time difference now, so let's see. This is where I'm at, Saddlemen. So I'm here. I need to go look for Justin now, so stay tuned. Okay, Saddlemen. Hey, it's Face. Well, it's Thursday, and I'm in Rancho Dominguez, California. Took off from Tucson this morning, about 3:30, almost 4 o'clock. Fueled up and headed California, and I came to Saddlemen. And let me take you a little tour. Hey, these guys are super cool. They helped me. They even got the engineer out here, and the media guy, and the salespeople, and man, they just were really helpful. And see this right here? I'm not gonna sit on this on the way home. What I came up here for is this right here. Oh yeah. Upgrade. Well, the reason I went with the red stitch, they already had one made. These are built to order, but when I got here, there was a guy named Justin. He's not working today. He's working from home, but thanks, Justin. But that's what I got here was the Saddlemen. Came up here and got it installed, and it looks good. Now, the real test. I took it for a quick ride around the block. It doesn't have that little spit and shovel like the standard seat did from Indian. It's a little bit flatter, a little bit harder, sits up higher. But I think once I sit in it for a while, it's gonna break in. It's gonna be great. So, stay tuned. Face out. Well, I'm on I-40. Been following Route 66 ever since I don't even know where. I've just been following it since I've left the pier at Santa Monica. Hitting some highways. You know, it's bumper to bumper on these highways, you know, for miles. And I told myself I wasn't gonna split lanes, but I used to do it when I lived in California, so I'm pretty comfortable with it. And I'm pretty comfortable with the bagger in this. So I was splitting lanes, and let me tell you, I saved probably like an hour on different highways. But here I am with this Challenger. I'm enjoying all the everything about this Saddlemen right here. It's just, it's a world's difference. And you know, when I hear people talk about, or other bikers talk about, it's too hard, they sit up high or something like that, it's their opinion. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm actually on a saddle, not just sinking in it. And the longer I'm on it, you can feel that you mold yourself into it. And that's what they told me that it would do. You would actually mold into it. Because I sat up a little bit and then I went back to sit down, and you can actually feel yourself back into that mold. And once you get off the saddle for a while, that mold just dissipates. It disappears, and then you mold it again when you go back on a long ride or something. And once you sit on that saddle for a while, you're not going to do that short distance. And that's probably why some bikers don't like it, because they don't ride on it for, like I did, 600 and something miles yesterday. Well, this saddle probably about pretty close to 250 miles yesterday, and I already broke it in. So I know what it feels like. Today I'm heading back east on I-40. And I'm going to head that way, and some of the towns I'm going to hit is Oakman, Seligma, go to Kingman, and from there I'll adjust myself and probably end up in Flagstaff. I want to get to Flagstaff, south of Flagstaff on I-17, because I know there's some camping out there and I want to camp out. But if I don't hit it during the daylight, I'm probably not going to do it or find it. So I'm going to get going here. So face the road. Hey, it's Face. Hey, I just got back from my trip where I went to California for my upgrade. Saddlemen seat. Roadsofa LS. And I got it in red stitching. I tell you, let me see how many miles I have on it. I have 1,351.8 miles. And on this saddle, I probably have about, I want to say, close to 900 miles, because I got to deduct the mileage from here to Saddlemen in Rancho Dominguez, California. And gotta say, them guys out there, Alex and Justin for hooking me up, and Alex for being there, and his whole crew, engineer, got this saddle put on my 2020 Indian Challenger. Gotta say, I love it. I can say that most Saddlemen buyers out there, on the reviews, I've heard that it's too hard, they don't like it, and all I got to say is I rode a lot of miles on it in one trip, and I love it. And I tell you why. It's kind of hard, but once you sit in it and let it form into you, you sink into it. And when I was riding it, I could feel, I'm going to get up a little bit on it, and then went back down on it, and I could feel where it actually had molded into my pressure points. So that's what it's supposed to do. And then what it's supposed to do is recover back it's not going to stay there. It's going to recover into your next ride. So I like it. Here's the other thing was an issue. It was hard to get this saddle put on with this stock rack from Indian. And because it's tapered, the seat is tapered, as you can see, it was hard to get it past the bracket here. So I did take the backrest and the rack off and put the seat on, which was a lot easier to put on at that point. The only thing I can say is they didn't engineer the seat to accommodate this rack and this backrest for the passenger. And if you can look here, I put little fabrics there because these bolts do hit the seat and I don't want it to rip the seat. So I put little fabrics there. I might modify something different. Maybe a piece of plastic or something. The molds around the corner there. I'm going to figure it out. I'll let you guys know what I do. But if you look at the seat, just awesome. Looks good, feels good, well made. I love the stitching. And I got a little pouch back here. Back, love this. This is adjustable. It does go down, stays down. You can get up on it, over it, readjust it, adjust it to wherever you want. So I really, really do love it. And this it already has a bracket made into the seat where this goes right into it. So I had to take my bracket that I bought from Indian and take it off, and because the seat's not molded underneath to fit over that bracket, so you do have to take the bracket off. So those that are thinking about getting this, don't buy the bracket. For a rider's backrest, just wait. If you're going to consider getting a custom made seat or a different seat than standard from India. And this just pops in and out. Just like that. And there it is. You can look at it. There's 3 settings to it. And it fits right in there. If you can look, see the little bracket there? Slides right into that. And this can just go down if you don't want it in there. So overall, I love it. I love the way it looks. So I'm going to take you to Saddlemen in Rancho Dominguez, where I first arrived there. And from that point on, I was going to go to Santa Monica and start my Route 66 trip. And I did California, and that's going to be next week's video, so keep an eye out for that. Got a lot of footage. I'm going to shorten it as much as possible, but I hit a lot of different towns off 66 from California through Arizona and then back home. Got cold, so I ended up coming back down south. So I hope you liked this video on the Saddlemen seat. I loved it. So that's my opinion. I will get a review maybe down the road if I still like it, but at this point I want to say pretty close to around 800 miles on it, or around there, or 600 miles or something like that, just minus about 300 and something miles for my 1,300 miles. So about 1,000 miles on this saddle so far. So love it. Take a look at it.